Hello and welcome to my stream. Check my mic. Okay, that works. I'm Random Art. I stream mixed media art on the weekends and games during the week. I do plan to add some art during the week eventually. Today I'm going to try to start to weave the book. It's I'm kind of doing it a little bit differently, and it's so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully, you'll be able to see. I'm probably not going to get that far. While I do feel a little bit better than yesterday, not much, but I did want to start on this weaving a book. It's difficult for you to see, but there's yarn that goes up and down. Okay, you can see it now, all the way through, and then each of the signatures is also in one of these channels. I've created some channels at the top and channels at the bottom. Yeah, this the top because I did mark the front. But it doesn't matter, like when I'm weaving, whether I start with the channels on the top or the channels. I mean, if I hold it this way or if I hold it this way where this is on the bottom, because I'm just going to start on one side and go from there. The channels at the top are not overly deep. But again, it kind of doesn't matter a lot because most of the weaving takes place going this way. I'll show you. And then I did do some of the threads. I think I want to start with this gray color. And when I say that, well, this the dark gray. When I say I'm going to do it a little bit differently, usually, I start off with like shorter pieces and weave it through, but I got like a long piece and I'm gonna pull it all the way through and go from there. And like where there's two, I'll try to show you as much as I can. I lowered the camera so it can be a little bit closer. And you're probably not gonna see a lot until I go through more. On the ends I have like two thicknesses of yarn. See, I have two lines on the ends, and that's just so the end part can be a little bit thicker. And at this point I don't have to add the covers. I normally add it after the weaving part, so that's why I didn't bother to really get those set up. But so I'm just starting like going through the I'm not an expert in weaving. This is like my second book that I'll be weaving. But I know that there's a weft and I think a warp. I think the top part, well, I'm not gonna give you the terminology wrong, but this is how I do it. And I got all the yarn in like weaving needles, and like I said, I got it a lot longer than I usually start, and I'm just gonna start and go through one of the long strings. I'm trying to figure out how to call this or how to say it. And I'm gonna go the first go through. I'm gonna just pull the thread all the way through until I get to like a certain point, and then because later I'll weave this back through. But right now I'm just trying to get started with my first yarn. And I just have this piece of like cardboard. This is not going to stay in here after the weaving is done. I take that out. Sometimes I put like a piece of fabric under it or some ribbons under it. But I haven't decided what I'm going to do after I get this part done. And like where there's two where the signature is tied on, there's two strings. So I'm going to go under one and over one. So like I said, I got it lower, and wherever there's two strings, I'm going to do the same thing. Go over one and under one. And then just pull this through. And I have a comb. A lot of times I use a fork, like one of those plastic forks for this, because until I get a lot like on there, starting out like with the first string, I just use a plastic fork. So I'm gonna do like a couple of rows. I probably won't be doing a lot of talking. Just basically showing you like maybe telling you what I'm doing. But like I said, where there's two strings, I'm gonna go over one and under one, and try not to get this tangled up. But so I'm probably gonna do this gray till I run out, going back and forth. And I cut all the little thread, all the pieces, and I'm just pulling this down towards me, kind of tightly. This is a single thread right here, so I probably shouldn't have started with black because I can't see. Okay, that one I went over. So I'm gonna go under this one and then back through this white one. So I'm going through two. Well, I'm going over one and then under this white one and then over the black one that's also with it. So all you have to do, like when you're weaving, is whatever you do on the first row, the next row you just do the opposite. So I'm gonna go over this one right here, under this white one, and over the black one that's also with it. Like I said, starting off it's gonna be difficult to see. But I kind of started with the black, thinking that if you saw the line on the bottom, then you would understand what I was saying. But I probably should have started with like a pink or a red or something that let you see it a little bit better. Well, I guess you can see it. Cause yeah, I kind of got it close. I kind of, like I said, moved my camera close so you can see it. And this is one right here. I kind of know where they are because some of them, the main ones, I drew like a long line where I thought I was going to put the signatures, but I ended up moving like where I was going to put the signatures. So this is one, and since I went over the black one, I'm going to go under this white one. But so until I get like some volume, you're not going to really see what's going on. But I did want to start because I wanted to show you how I started. Like I said, I set it up with the cardboard, and then I have slits on the bottom, or channels on the bottom and channels on the top. And then I just have the white threads going from top to bottom. So I got like 8 different colors cut. So again, so I went under this white one. So I'm gonna go over this white one. Okay, yeah, that's just a white one. The next one is gonna have the black. So over that one. under the black one, yeah, this one has two because it has the where I tied off the signature, and then it also has a white one. So I'm gonna be doing some more weaving, like on a weaving frame, and then I think it'll become easier for you to know what I'm doing when I do it that way. So this white one's on under. I went over the black one, under the white one. So I'm gonna go over this white one, under the black one. Yeah. So I tried to set it up where I can work with it. And then these nails are not helping me at all. Um, and I kind of want to keep them, but I'm not accustomed to having them. I'm trying to split up this white thread and this black thread is what I'm trying to do. Okay, I got that one done. So I'm just gonna work and probably not talk that much. I think I'm gonna try to lower this a little bit more. Okay. Got these clips to kind of help hold it from tipping over, but that one kind of got caught in the clips. The thread that goes up and down, I normally do that with cotton or silk, something natural, because that's normally stronger. And if you kind of like make a mistake, um, it's not the end of the world, because once I get all of this weaving done, I'm gonna I normally block it, um, and I use like a little bit of a little bit of water and glue, and then I blocked it. I'm trying to move this down so that it's close. So like if you miss going through one or don't do it perfectly, it's not a problem because like I said, I normally block it. Oh, I forgot I got this for that purpose, to like move it closely. But I'll kind of wait till I go all the way through and then try to move it closely. If I had another color cotton thread to go up and down, I would have used it, but I didn't have another color. I only have this white because that's normally what I use. Might be a good idea if I put on my glasses. I'm like, why can't I see? It's because I don't have my glasses on. Okay, that's a little bit better. So I went over that one. I need to go under that one. I think I'm gonna say I kind of at least want to do 3 rows of the gray, but I don't know. I might start another color and just cut this one, and then when I get further up, play with the gray a little bit more. And then I don't want this to come out. But trying to show it and not it be confusing. So to me, this is a very forgiving process. And then another thing, like I said, this cardboard is not going to stay. So once I've done the whole thing through and blocked it, I'll leave this cardboard in when I block it so the other book won't get wet. And then another thing, I keep saying I'm gonna stop talking. I got things to say. Another thing is I don't get too excited till I start putting some of like the decorative uh, ones in. Like I did cut some of that purple I showed you yesterday. Um, and then when I'm working on the two threads, that's a little difficult to maneuver. But this little these needles make it a whole lot easier with the bent tip. And then since I already have a lot of them pre-threaded, it's easy to change colors. Where that black on black is difficult. Okay, that one went over. I think I'm gonna do 3 rows in the gray and then start another color. Um, if you well, I'm gonna say if you don't want to weave, or if you think you've messed up, I'm gonna show you what you could do. Um, Instead of weaving all the way through, because I do this through some of them too. And sometimes I just do it on the end, but sometimes I do it with multiple areas, and then it also adds texture. So one thing you could do, like if you thought that you didn't go over and under, especially like where those two are together, this little piece on the end, I'm trying not to get that caught in here. Um, so let me move this down before I do it, and I'll do it with this next row. But let me kind of move this down. And again, it doesn't have to be super perfect or super tight because I'm gonna, like I said, block it at the end. So instead of going over under, you can kind of like not really like knot it, but go go around each one. Like I went around this one on the end. So you could do that with all of them, and then it also kind of makes texture and make everything thicker. So I went around this one on the end. It's actually two on the end. So then I do the same thing with this one. Instead of going through, not worrying about it, I'm gonna go around a second time. Just go around it. And that way you kind of lock in what you've already done, and then you don't have to worry about if you went over when you should have went under, or vice versa. And some of the ones on the end have two strands. So if you see me going, it look like I'm going through the same one. I'm kind of splitting the two strands and going through that one instead of weaving it through. I'm not really doing a knot around it, but I'm kind of like just going, because I'm not tying it off. I'm just going around it instead of weaving through, and kind of making a little bit of a little thicker texture. And again, if you skip doing this, it's still, this is just like I mean, this is going to be a book, the back of a book. Once it's all said and done, it's going to be so much going on that you're not going to be able to tell if you missed one. I was trying to get the thread out of there, which the thread won't cause any problems. So what I will probably do after this is come back with a thicker thread. So I guess since the thread wants to be in there, I'll let it stay in there. So if you wanted to just do this the whole distance on, it'll be quicker, and then it'll also make everything a little bit thicker. I think I did these two together, which I'm not gonna worry about it, cause I honestly I don't know how I left the book, that I've already done this process to there. I mean, up north, but I did, because I couldn't bring everything with me. I was just driving back in a regular vehicle. I'm gonna go through this one again because I want it a little bit thicker. Where the single threads are. Oh, it's an ad break coming. And then this is a good way to do the both of the ends of the weave anyway. This is one of the single ones. So I'm going to go through that one a second time. I didn't mean to go through that. Oh yeah, it is through there. Is it through it? I don't know. I think it's just some thread caught on this one. But I can't tell. So I don't know if that was thread pulling it through. Kind of came out a little bit. And then the don't know what it keep getting caught on, but it keep getting caught on something. And I gotta do the black one. I'm sorry, I don't know how long I've been out of frame. Um, when I get to these, I'm gonna weave those in too. Normally, when you're weaving and you do this like with a thicker, more decorative yarn. And then this is a single thread, so I'm gonna go through this one twice also. So this one, I'm gonna try to do the black one first. But that black is the signature tile, and they're pretty tight. I made sure that they were pretty tight. That's why it's a little challenging to get those.
everybody in the groove? Well, stick around. We're just warming up, baby.
to stay tight. Tight and out of the way. Trying to make sure I'm doing this end correctly, because I kind of lost my train of thought. I'm just gonna go this way. And keep my same state of mind. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is a single one. So this is gonna be a little bit thinner. I probably should go do all of these twice. So you can see something. Do I want to do that? I might just do 2 rows rather than go through all of them twice, and just still go through the single ones twice. Trying to get to the black one. And since I'm like going around it, it kind of don't matter. I'm not like going over and under, so it kind of doesn't matter which card I pick. But like the ones with 2, I've been trying to do the black one first, because that's tighter, and it'll make everything tighter if I do that one first. So yeah, this one's going to be a lot thinner than the thicker thread. I think I'm kind of glad I didn't do that thick one twice, because then I would either have to put another thick one next to it. That's one of the ones by itself. I will go through that one twice. So like where it's thinner, I can always like make up space on the next one. I was trying to see which one I need to go around next. Oh, I think it's this white one. Nope, it's not. It's this black one. Yeah, because I don't have anything on the top of that one. It's hard to see. Okay, so now the white one. Trying to see, should I go through it? I think I will. Even though when I'm gonna have to make up space on the other side, I was gonna say I think I will go through twice because you could barely see it except for where I go through it twice. Like I'll probably like use that purple when I start weaving in the binding, you know, these right here. So maybe you won't see a lot of that black. I gotta stand up over it to see what I'm doing. Okay, I went around that one. Now I need to go around this one. That's why I say, yeah, I went around the white one. I'm gonna go around the black one. I think when it's two, I don't need to go around it twice because they so close together. But I was saying like, a lot of this stuff I like to do, or it's easier for me to do standing up. So that's why I said once my pain level hopefully gets back to like low or normal, I can do more arch streams. Because it's a book, it's easier for me to see it from the top down. If I was doing this like not on stream, I would have it like facing me. Go through that one twice. So yeah, like, so doing it standing up is easier for me. I do like the way it's looking, and I like the colors that I kind of chose to go next to each other. And then going around the different strings rather than going through it is also separating them a little bit better. Especially the two that are together. It's separating those a little bit better. Yeah, I do like the way it's looking. I think the last one I did it in mostly neutral. I didn't do that one on stream. I did a little bit of it, but I didn't start it on stream. I just kind of got like halfway through, then showed a little bit of the weaving after I got to the middle section. It's two threads here, but they both white. So since that's the end one, gotta go through that one twice. And then start the second row. Let's see, because I think I do. Do I want to do another row of green? I think I do want to do another row of green. So I will probably just go through this one more time and then start going through this next one in the opposite direction. Stand up again. This is my weak hand. Trying to make sure I go through the next one. And like I said, where I'm light, I can just make it up when I push them all together, and then just add more to that area. Go through this one twice, I think. I kind of consider it to be foolproof because you can always add more yarn anywhere. Like if I see, like, I think that there's like a hole or something, I could just stitch through it and add more yarn. And then uh-oh, it came loose. Get this black one, but I was grabbing two. I might have went through both of them. I went around both of them rather than one. But with this tying around, it kind of don't matter. I wish I like that comb, but I kind of like a plastic fork better. It's easier to like just go through small sections and push those together. And then also doing it with this is also easier to push everything down. trying to separate that one. And the other book, I kind of decided that in the middle, I think I'm going to do weaving, and on the ends, I'm going to do ribbon. So what I'll probably do with that one is I'll probably do the weaving part and then come back when I get ready to add the ribbon and show you how I do that and how I attach that to the cover as well as the weaving part. But you'll see that when I attach this one to the covers, but that one I'm going to be attaching it with ribbon and weaving. By the time I get to it, this is going to be so tight, and I can make any adjustments I need to make also when I wet it, also with the glue and water. Where I can separate the two threads, I separate them. Where I can't, I don't. Except for the black and white one, I kind of make sure I separate those all the time. But the ones that's like in between the binded areas, that one came back out. If I don't quite separate them, because like right here is two threads, and sometimes I get them separated and sometimes I don't, because it's hard to see because they're both white. But the black and white ones, the one with the signatures tied off, I can separate those because I can see the two colors as I'm struggling to separate them. Let me stand up again. Okay. Whew. I just have a few more to go. To get to the end, I guess that's what I'm saying. To get to the end of this one. I think I have to tie, yeah, one more on the end. So this is what it's looking like so far. And I just keep pushing them down tightly. I think I'm gonna do one more. Let's do this light gray. And then, well, you know what? I kind of want to do this one because this one is thick also. This is this one. I didn't even cut it yet. This one is not as thick as this one. So I might can get away with doing 2 rows. And then what I'll probably do, oh, it's an ad break. I'm starting with this yarn here, and I think I'm gonna do like one more row. I think this one's thick enough where I won't have to do 2 rows. I can still, I might could just do one like with this thicker thread. I think I'm gonna leave this one kind of long, because this would be a good one because it's thick to attach the cover. I don't know, I might have cut this one too long. Maybe I'll pull some more length out. Because I don't want to take forever getting through this one. I mean, pulling the yarn through. Pull this other yarn down. Might as well put this in there too, so it won't get in the way, and it'll make it easier to tighten it. Everything I got on the desk is getting tangled in that one. I'm gonna take this clip out because the tape is holding that other yarn, and hopefully it'll stay secure by now. So at least it can stop getting caught in that one. Stand up again so I can see. end I did 2. That one I did 1. I think I'm gonna do 2 on this one. That's why I say it's quite forgiving. Um, it's just making some variety in your texture. Yeah. Yeah. I like the variation in color on this one. Uh-oh. I said I was going to try to do this whole row, but I don't know. I'm starting to get nauseous again. Um, they have different weaving tools, and I have some of those, but I found that trying to do it using with the book, they really didn't help me that much. Like things you can wrap your yarn around. This has most of the colors that I'm going to be using, with the exception of the purples. I think I got some darker purples too. Like I said, I just threaded about eight different yarns. Trying to see how that is looking. I like it, and it is going to be thick enough if I wanted to do one row, but I think I'm gonna end up doing a couple. Then I'm gonna go with some white or light gray and do a lot of rows, and then like somewhere in the middle I'll start back adding some more color. think I skipped the black one. So when I do the next row, I'll just do 2 in that area. Because I can see like a little gap right here. So all the rows are getting a little bit tighter now since I've been going through them and tightening them down. I don't know, it's a string or something that one wanna keep getting caught on. Ooh. The thing is bent. I use this a lot trying to thread needles. Yeah, I think I went up over that one twice and skipped that one. Thank you for the check-in and alert. Yeah, I really like this fabric. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying fabric. Yarn. Okay, I need to go around on that one. hope to be back to doing a longer art stream next weekend. Hopefully. This will be gone. Yeah, this one's a lot more colorful. Well, it's starting off a lot more colorful than the last one. And I do like it. So I'm probably gonna, I don't know, maybe just do 2 rows of white and then add like purple. Cause I do like, I am liking how colorful it is. think I'm gonna stop right here. Well, let me go back. Let me go around this one at least, so I know that I've done the whole thing. Cause I'm starting. I'm starting to feel nauseous again. Um, so I'll show you the progress. Like I said, I have more progress through the week. I work on it when I'm feeling up to like 10 or 15 minutes, you know. Um, but so you can see what I've gotten so far. I really like it. But like I'm gonna come through with like some neutral colors. Probably I have some white, or I also have some light gray. Um, Maybe the light gray, and do like 3 or 4 rows like that. Um, so Tuesday I'll probably be back with a game. Like I said, one day during the week, depending on how far I get on this, I might do some more of this in the evening. Because I'm pretty sure I'll be almost done with this by the weekend. And working on the cover. So this is the front. So I could at least just show you how it looked. I showed it yesterday, and once I'm finished and have like the covers on it, I'll go through it again. I was just trying to show you how it's looking. Pretty fat from where we started. So thank you guys for being here. If you were chatting, lurking, or you come back later and watch the VOD, I honestly appreciate it. I'm sorry that I really haven't been feeling well this weekend, but I did want to get something in. Like I said, I've been trying to finish these books, so I'm gonna probably get this one to here. I'm not gonna work on it anymore right now. I gotta go lay down for a little while. But thank you guys for being here. Hopefully this wasn't too boring or too confusing. This is how I'm going to be doing most of the bindings in the future. So if you want to like see this again, like you can just let me know, and so then I'll do another one like this on stream. I'm trying to figure out a way to better have it organized. I might like try to cut some of these on my cutting machine, and then it'll make it a more accurate on both ends. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, because you know, once I'm done with this, I don't really use it again. Sometimes I have to cut it out to get it out or tear it, but we'll see. Sometimes I could just bend back these areas down here and pull it out, but so like I said, thank you guys again. I'm not gonna raid. I'm just gonna immediately end stream and go lay down for a little while.